Looking for something to remind me of all the days I didn't lose hope. Sometimes the truth can be confused with lying. Maybe there's a time and place for both. Say I'm not alone, I'm not alone. We all go through this.
Two generations, one mission. When a Marine Corps dad and his Army veteran son sit down to talk life, legacy, and leadership, you know it's going to be real. This isn't just another podcast. It's a bridge between wisdom and action, between past lessons and future goals. Welcome to the conversation we all need, but few men ever get to have.
That's funny. You got the freaking white one. Mm-hmm. And I was cracking up.
I know they got the 17. I'm not ready to get the 17 yet.
Well, there's no point in getting the 17 when the 17 actually took a step backward in the case. The 16 is the stronger case.
Oh. You're talking about the actual physical case?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference?
So the new one is aluminum where ours is titanium.
Yeah, this is pretty solid. This one right here is solid.
Oh yeah, this one got some heft and weight to it. That's because it's titanium.
The other thing, I realized I was up here I was laughing with the wife as we were going through, and I had, how do I get to it now? Because it's by date, and I was popping it up. Oh, that's what I popped up to my library. How many pictures you got in your phone?
I need to delete some. I was just looking at it because hold on.
I'm gonna give you a guess.
Well, because I got pictures in here from jobs that I've worked and every daggone thing else. And my library goes all the way on this particular phone. Holy shnikes. I got pictures going all the way back to COVID or before.
To COVID. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
Or before. Actually, I got photos all the way back to 2013 in my phone. Good.
Okay, so how did you find out? Okay, so on yours, how'd you find out what
how many years I had?
Yeah, because I'm looking at my library, and my library says
I went to freaking library.
Okay.
And then
collections? No.
I started scrolling.
Oh,
and then at the bottom, you know how it says years or months? I had
years. Okay. Oh, okay. I did years.
Back to 2013.
Okay, mine's going back to 2016. Now I'm looking at that. So the years.
And then of course if I go to all, I can just scroll, and I literally got photos all the way back until delete a bunch of crap.
Yeah. So in my library now, I got to do something. I got to get this off here. I was laughing.
Shoot.
My wife was laughing at me. I was laughing.
Shoot.
So I got 13,000.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to. Let's see if you can even see it. Hold on. You might not be able to see it. Hold on. Wait. Let me see if I can blow it up. I don't think you can see it.
No. Oh, wait a minute. That's my picture there.
Yeah.
That's my picture out of Jet magazine. Okay. All right. So I'll make sure I pull that up. I still get a copy of it. That's me out of Jet magazine. Oh my Lord. Yeah. So I still got some of those.
That's one of the pictures I got sitting in my phone just cause.
Yeah, from Jet magazine and Ebony and Navy Times. I had a local newspaper also doing. So I got 13,012 pictures inside. Now mine.
All right. Now where'd you get that number from?
Okay, when I kept scrolling all the way up until I could see where it says where it says library. Let's see. Oh, there you can say barely. I'm getting there. I almost got there. It got to be difficult. There it is. See?
Okay.
So I had to go all the way up until get to the very bottom. And then up on the library, then it tells me how many I had. It had 13,000.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have that many.
Yeah, I need to get rid of them.
I only got a measly 3K.
Yeah.
That's it. Just a measly 3K. I'm not a big photo guy.
Yeah, but I also, I guess on here, I think I have, what is it, 256? No, I probably got 512. The gigabytes.
Yeah.
I think I had the
Uh,
512 when I did it because it's writing it off anyway. So I
yeah.
always soup that stuff up. But the reason I was asking about the travel was really for either two things. Okay. Um, See, that was the one thing I did like about teaching. I
Hmm.
loved about teaching was the time off, where
Yeah.
where I was always getting these, the 3 day weekends, the holidays,
3-day
to
weekends,
sit and
teacher work days. Shoot,
teach it.
I'm complaining about that now with my kids. Like, you were just off on the one Friday.
Yeah,
Now it's parent teacher conferences. Now you got 2.5 days
two and a
off.
half.
Like, what the like
Yeah,
y'all should start school.
yeah. So I had 1 week off for Thanksgiving that whole week. So really, it wasn't 1 week. It's actually that 5 days was the 2 weekends. So that was 9 days off for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. For Christmas, our winter break here was because some kids, demographics, they're going across the border, to visit relatives and stuff for
So y'all
holidays. And
probably
they
had
were
at
always
least
coming.
2 full weeks off,
Yeah, it
probably.
used to be 2 full, but they changed this about 7 years ago to 3 weeks. So my winter break was 3 weeks off.
Wow.
Then another week off for President's, was it for President's Week, and then another week off for spring break, and then the last day of school and everything else. So I was the first week in June, and then that
Mhm.
was 2 months off. So I enjoyed that because I had wanting to go on vacation and stuff. I had all that
Mhm.
time that I was still getting paid to go ahead and do things because of the way that the pay
Right.
came out, sort of every 2 weeks and stuff. So that was all. That was the one thing why I got into teaching at the time, mainly because I also had custody. I had custody of I had custody of Jonathan that we
Mhm.
gotten from CPS, and we had to take care of him. And so he was in middle school, and he had Nick was in high school, and John was in high school. So I needed that type of time where I would be off during
Right.
that time point. And so that was a good thing to do up in there. So I was checking on that, but because there's some projects and stuff that we had mentioned that we wanted to do. So everything we can do here through our Zoom, like for instance, on a book, like writing a book and publicizing a book.
Hmm.
Or the other thing is on for instance, like doing the songs that we wanted to do was be able to produce the songs. Uh, the only problem there is creating the vocals and what I don't know. So I'm gonna have to have like I think probably what we do it may be easier is that you can pull up on YouTube. You could probably do a sing along and record a song.
Hmm.
And let's go ahead and pick a couple of Christmas songs that you know. So I'm trying to remember there was one you mentioned last time. So what's the name of that song we're talking about?
Oh, just the
Um,
classic Silent Night.
Silent Night.
Hmm.
Okay, so Silent Night is one. Okay. And what's another one?
Uh,
Or did you just want to stick with Silent Night and try that one first?
no,
I
there's
wanted,
one, but it's
there
not
was another one. Yeah.
royalty free though. It's a Boys to Men song. I do like Let It Snow.
Okay. Okay. So the thing about Silent Night and Let It Snow, and what was the Boys to Men? It was a separate, it was
Oh, that was
their
the
own,
As Yet song.
huh?
That that was the As Yet song.
It's hard to say.
Hard to Say Goodbye. That was the non-Christmas song.
Okay. Okay. Hard to say goodbye. All right. So, all right. So we're going to talk, matter of fact, then let's go ahead because this is November already.
Yeah.
Okay. And we wanted to be able to do a song. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to talk about the process, and I'm going to kind of share is that where do you listen to music at? What do you
Um,
stream it like on your phone? What are you
Apple
streaming it
Music
from?
normally.
Hmm?
Apple normally.
Okay, so for Apple Music,
Yeah.
oh, I
Typically,
haven't
yeah.
even. Let's see here. Did I even do that? Let's see. Apple Music.
Wait, you got an iPhone and don't have Apple Music?
Let me see here. I got music. Oh, yeah, I guguess I do. Let me
Okay.
see here. Well, let me check here. Let's see. How do I search? Okay, search. Let's
Because
see.
the cool thing about Apple Music is most of the songs, or a lot of them, when you play them, there is a feature to where they'll have the words on the screen.
Oh, okay.
So like you can
Okay.
actually, yeah.
All right. So go to your Apple Music. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Type in the name, the following song name. The Student Loan Trap. You ever to type it in?
Typing it in. I got the one hand.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You don't have the two thumbs working back together and you.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. The hand has gotten better. I've been going to physical therapy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just not there just yet.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I typed in the student loan debt, but nothing is
No,
popping.
the student loan trap.
Oh, the student loan trap.
The student loan trap.
I see it.
You see it. It's got my name by it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this the same one I heard before?
No. Okay. The one you heard before. So now let's talk about this. Okay. So uh when you turned me on to that company, and I'm not sure if I'm going to say their name yet, unless they give
Yeah,
me a
yeah,
special
they're not paying
arrangement.
us. We're not going to say their
I'm
name
not going to say, I'm not going to say their name.
unless,
Okay.
unless by saying their
Yeah.
name,
Unless
that's
they
a
unless
segue.
they giving me a link
You
so that
know,
when I mention it, that when other people hear it,
So
then we go
if you're
get
out
paid.
there hearing
Yeah.
us,
But
you
otherwise, no.
know,
Okay. It ain't gonna happen. So anyway, when you
you
sent me
know,
that
you know.
that
And
app,
I'm gonna just say it's an app that rhymes with Juneau.
okay,
It
okay.
rhymes
So
with
now,
Juneau,
okay.
Alaska.
Yeah.
There we go.
So anyway, yeah, it's one of those AI apps and everything else, but this one is about music, and you sent that link to me, and I said, oh wow, and I was up there watching TV, and I'm up there clicking on it. Of course, see, normally when I'm out there watching TV with the wife, my phone has to be placed away because I'm already sitting in front of a computer for hours. So that's called me time. And,
Right.
and if I want to be treated right, then I better understand me time. So
That's like
anyway,
me lately with freaking Battlefield 6. Since my hand has gotten better, I've been doing some more gaming since I haven't been able to play in forever.
yeah.
And they just dropped a new Battlefield 6. No, there's not a plug just because that's just the game I'm playing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But hey, if y'all want to send me some money, EA, I'm just saying you can sponsor this old dude.
So,
And I'm a vet. So when y'all hear this, sponsor me and my dad. But anyway, so but
so
yeah, so yeah.
when I saw that, I actually went to it and I started fooling around with the title for some student loan. And the reason is because okay, so now that same post that I did on my debt-free playbook uh,
Hmm.
account for Instagram has as of today was let's see, it's so it's up to 260K.
Nice.
11,000 likes, 172 comment, 702 shares, 265 reposts, and 559 saves. And it's still going without any advertising. And the total watch time is 86 days, 6 hours, 8 minutes, and 6 seconds. People are watching it, going through that whole segment of it and actually watching it. Okay. Anyway, that right there has been out there just spiraling on its own. It's like on a life on its own, and it's still growing and it's slowly itching and itching, itching without me doing anything. Okay. But anyway, because of that topic, that's why I started fooling around with the app that you sent me
Mhm.
about doing it. And I first did the one, but the first thing I started fooling around with it had different versions. And I hadn't understood what was going on with it or how to use it.
I
And
still don't know.
so,
I still be
and
messing with it.
yeah, and so I sent it back to, but you know how, okay, so this is how I am. So now I said, ooh, this is nice. So what happened? I got up
Yeah.
in the morning and I started going back to it. I started going through the tutorials about understanding how the software worked. And because I have been working with AI for the last 2.5 years, I know how my thought process of what I'm telling it to do is different than
Right.
the average person. Okay. So the long story short, that what I wound up doing was going there and recrafting it. And then I started recrafting it again. And I started fooling around. Like for instance, I said, oh, okay, how about give me a little piano intro like in the style of uh John Legend. Okay. And then I said, okay, how about doing a little vocal? But you know what? I want to have this kind of raspy stuff working on because my voice range, I can go for baritone up to second soprano, even on my falsetto. But there's a wide range on how I can mimic. I can listen to a man's voice, and
Hmm.
after about 3 or 4 times listening to it, I can come very close to mimicking because I've done that for 20 years when I was doing karaoke.
Right.
So doing Lionel Richie or Luther Vandross, I've done them all. Okay. So I started fooling around with it. And then finally it got to the point where it would get, now when it first comes out, it's only like about like, they give you a segment about like 2 minutes. And you can keep on fooling around with it. Then I realized on the construction of the song concerning the lyrics, it makes a difference because I started looking at it. So you normally have like a
Hmm.
verse and you have a chorus, or you may have a verse and a pre-chorus and a verse, and then eventually you may have a bridge that brings you back. So you're able to move around. So I realized that if I move those sections around, if I move the verse, the song changed, the music changed to accommodate that change of that verse. So the music was tied with the actual verse. And so I kept on maneuvering it and everything. And then I finally got a song, but then it was only like 2 minutes and 57 seconds. I said, no, I want it longer than that. I wanted a longer version of the song.
Right.
So then I found out I could hit it to the extend, and then it extended it for like the 2.5. And then I kept on manipulating. Virtually did that 2 days. So this was like the godsend. Okay. The reason is, oh, you're talking about how about it's going to save us money. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Is that so? Now let me explain you. So normally, any recordings I first did when I was first singing songs about
Hmm.
with Carolyn, trying to record her, I would go and pick a karaoke track. Okay. I would go on the YouTube, type in the song with the karaoke track, and then I would play that and I would sing that just like going out in town to the
Right.
karaoke. But it's somebody else's song. Eventually I got point and I said, you know what? I'm tired of singing everybody's stuff.
Yeah.
And plus, if you're going to sing it, then this is what you need to do legally. First of all, if you're going to go into music production and you want to do that, okay, is that you have to go ahead and get your license and you have to go to ascap.com. That's the
Yeah.
ASCAP, which is the licensing. You go to ASCAP and you get yourself a license. And that license is there for you to do two things. One, the bands that you see out in town, which are doing cover songs, have to have an ASCAP license. So that gives them permission to sing all those songs out live.
So,
Okay.
including the dude that does the Hindu rendition of Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice,
That's
that's wow, because that's a crazy rendition.
yes. Yes. Because okay, so we're talking about two things. To do live performances out like you got a gig for a
Yeah.
band, that's what we're talking about. But if you want to receive, if you do in this case, if you do another rendition of somebody's song and you want to receive royalties on that to get paid, because you've had other artists sing other artists' songs and
Yeah.
put it on their album.
Yeah.
But when you do that, they're going to get a cut, and that's why the ASCAP license is there.
All
So
right.
the ASCAP
So,
license,
so
um,
time out, time
yeah,
out. We have to speak to this.
Sure.
Because it's funny that you said that, because I can think of two artists recently within the last couple of years that have done that. One was the country music singer that did a rendition of a Tracy Chapman song on his
Hmm.
country album.
Yeah.
And then here recently, and I got to speak to this just because it hurts my soul
Hmm.
for multiple reasons, that this individual thought that it was a good idea. Yes, I'm about to critique this particular individual song,
Yeah.
because some things should be off limits. And whoever thought it was a good idea in Miss T Swifty's camp to freaking let her sing her rendition of September needs
Of,
to be
of,
fired.
of Earth, Wind, and Fire, September.
Oh, Dad, please tell me you've heard that.
Yeah, for September. Yeah, I have. I've
Have
seen
you
all
heard
of
her
it.
version? That's
Huh?
on her album.
I haven't heard her version. No, no, no. You, you, you're messing up. I mean, that Earth, Wind, and Fire. So, I mean, singing Earth, Wind, and Fire. So, well, it's almost like doing the song Reasons. Okay, I'm
Dad,
trying to
I'm
remember
gonna
with
put it
Philip.
like this. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put it like
it
this.
was.
It was the audible epitome of putting raisins in the potato salad.
Oh
Uh,
God.
that's the best way that I can put it. It 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 had, dare I say, no seasoning, no seasoning, no flavor, no soul. It is the mayo sandwich of cover songs.
Oh Lord. Oh my God. So,
Sorry, T Swift. Normally I like your music, but this was that, and that was the mayo
oh
sandwich of cover
God.
songs. Boo boo.
Oh, Taylor did it.
Yes,
Oh
that's what
God.
I'm saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now, yeah. So she
Dad,
thinks she,
Dad,
so she
you
thinks she can
have to
do
listen.
anything.
You
She
gotta
thinks
listen to it
she
at
thinks
some
she can
point.
do
I'm just gonna
anything.
say.
No, sorry.
No, 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 no. Listen.
Yeah.
This was one of them ones that's gonna go down forever. Like, remember when freaking VH1 used to do the opposite of the one hit wonders, the
Yeah.
not one hit wonders? This would qualify as a not one hit
Not
wonder.
one hit.
The
Oh,
only
okay. Yeah.
reason why it would achieve fame status is
It's
because of
because
the
it's on the
main
album.
possibility because of it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's on that album. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, oh my
woo!
God, crazy. So, so anyway, you have to. That's what you call when you're singing someone else's song who originally recorded. Then it's a cover. And so, if you're going to sing a cover song, then you have to go into another licensing. And one of the licensing right now is called, I think it's like Song Bank, but it used to be called HFA, which was Harry Fox Agency, controlled all the cover songs. And what you do, you go in and you type in the name of the artist, you type in the song, and you go ahead and you can check the different versions, make sure you got the right version with the right writers of the song, and then you purchase a license. And they're not that expensive, okay? It's versus like maybe a penny or even less than a penny a string. Or if you want to do hard copies, so you virtually say, hey, I'm going to put this on an album. If you're doing an album, it costs more. Or if
Mhm.
you're going to do it on the stream, but then you limit it to like 10,000 streams. And that's what you do. You go get that license and you're good to go. You
Yeah.
can go ahead and actually record somebody else's song as long as they're getting their cut. So they're getting a cut two ways. One is a portion of the fee out of the ASCAP, and two, they get portions of any royalties. So if you do another rendition of their song and it really takes off, you're still going to get it as long as you have that ASCAP license that protects you. Okay, that's what protects it. So when I'm up here doing the song and everything else, I said, well, see, so when I got done with the karaoke and every time I was going to go and do a song, that means that I have to go ahead and get a license
Mhm.
and then I have to renew that license.
Mhm.
So when I was doing the songs and I said, well, I can't be doing this. It's just like, why do I want to keep doing this? And I'm not making that much. I'm not making any money off of it enough to justify redoing the license. I did it just so that she could hear it.
Right.
So then I started this phase two, the next phase where I says, okay, what I need to do is find musicians because my voice is my instrument. I've never
Right.
um, spent enough time. I mean, I've been too busy for as trying to learn the piano. I mean, the keyboard or the piano or any other instruments. I never had that opportunity. I never had the interest, not the opportunity. The opportunities were
Right.
always there. Okay.
Right.
I never had the interest. And what I didn't realize is that anybody that plays any type of music or instrument that does well, it's because they've been practicing for years. They
Hmm.
just didn't put that damn keyboard in front of them and just starting to work. No, sorry. So
Unless
you,
they was a
sorry.
savant.
Yeah, you know, you have to put the hours in. So I went to the next step, and that's when I started searching out to get others that got their music. But a lot of times it was still cover songs. So I was getting a different instrument background or a different rendition of that song, but I still had to do the license. And then I moved up to Rocket Songs. When I went to Rocket Songs, then you have the same writers, music writers and composers of big time artists
Hmm.
who all they do is write different songs, and then they put them out and they get snatched up and then they get a hit, but they're always constantly writing. So what do they do with all those songs that nobody else picked up from the artist? They make them available on the secondary market. Now
Hmm.
those songs you go ahead and get. Now on those, you also you pay for it, you pay for the use. You can also do exclusive. So a lot of times if it's a song I really like and I didn't want anybody else to touch it, I would pay the money to get the exclusive rights. They gave me time to go ahead and to be able to produce it, to get the song ready and actually publish it, and I can see what happens. Okay,
Right.
that's what it is. So, but once you get the song done, whichever way, then you need a way of how to distribute it. And that's where like I use a company called like Landar. And
Hmm.
Landar, I use that where I'm able to upload my songs into the platform. I'm able to redo my mastering, but I actually do my mastering two ways. I record my songs with my equipment that's here inside my studio,
Hmm.
which I have my recording thing. That is recorded onto a CD. I take that CD and extract it, that audio file, into my computer, and I use something called WavePad. And WavePad, I'm able to get rid of things, the noise background. I can do dynamic compression. I'm able to make it more professional, make it into a wave. Then I upload it to my mastering place where I'm able to master the song. And then that's the same platform that allows me to distribute. So once I get the song in there and I hit release and
Hmm.
I go ahead and get my art, like my song art, like up here in the corner where we got the little season two at, that's the same size of my song art there. So I
Right.
have that plus the song, plus all the credits and stuff, which is me as because I have my own music label, and which is also connected up onto Annapolis Creek, so the music label and stuff is there. I
Oh
go ahead
shit!
and
You
hit
need to go and
release.
give me a chain so I can rock the music label then.
Yeah, yeah. So I can hit the release, and just like you picked up your phone, you typed in, that's what I can do. So it's not only on just Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on Amazon Music, it's on every streaming network. That song is actually out there and live right now. So that version, what happened was now we go into software, as I massaged it and everything else. Then you're able to, which I had to pay for it. It's like, I don't know, but it was cheap. Here's the thing. For my 1 year license for this was less than what it cost me for one song before. So all those songs that I do have up and out there, each one of them cost me between $200 to $300 cost to get it up there on that platform. I was able to pay the $200 to get me a license for a year. And when I saw this, so I'm able to take it and put it up. Once I have it, then I'm able to split it. It will pull the vocal track and pull the instrumental track, which meant that now I can take it, the instrumental track, and now I go to my recording, and now I have the lyrics. And now what I do my rendition of that song.
Right.
Okay. I do my rendition of it. I'm able to go, I think in this case, I probably had to, I must have did that song at least 25, 30 times before I got it the way I got it. But see, I do all my backgrounds and everything else is all up on it as well. Um, and then I was able to distribute it out. So the next phase is now once it's there, is that what we got to be able to do is to market it so that it gets streams, and then those streams turn into cash into the bank account.
Right.
Okay. So that's where we're at. Same thing on the book. So I had went through the same concept because of the student loans and actually created I used my friend Chat GPT, which is now my assistant that knows me because I've been working with for 2.5 years, and it has all my books. And I did that, I uploaded my book so it understands my style of things in
Right.
writing. And so I was able to go from initial concept and everything else to creating a book
Mhm.
to actually publishing that book. That book is now live up on Amazon. And it's now the next stage that once the book is there, books sell because of the reviews. So the more reviews you get, the more money that book is going to bring you. So I've already uploaded the book, and now that book is getting reviews because I know how to get book reviews because I do book reviews.
Right.
In the last year, I've done average of four over 1,200 book reviews I've done during the last year. So now that has it has the book reviews. And the same thing on that. Now the asset is there. What we have to do is to market it, the
Right.
book. And then once it's out there and it's, if you get a title that works good, then eventually if it takes off, it's just like everything. If you have a book or you have a song that goes viral, that's what you're doing. But what we don't realize is that how many times somebody, it's even with Taylor Swift, okay, she's a hell of a lot younger than we are. But the thing is, they all started out with doing all these different songs and none of them was hitting
Yeah.
until finally one hit.
Yep.
Okay. And that's what everybody's done. Everybody's
That's what
done,
everyone is honestly trying to do, is just trying to get that
yeah,
one hit, and hopefully
one
they'll
hit.
catch on.
That's right. So it's one hit. And so I realized that when during the last years, I had been doing all these different songs, from cover songs to doing original songs that I've been doing. But I was doing them for the mindset of building a relationship and my solid foundation. That's what it was. I wasn't really looking at going in and making it as a profitable thing to do because I just didn't really want to be going out on tour and everything else. I still don't. But I realized, just like with Justin Bieber, and it turns out even with Teddy, Teddy Swims, they did their songs. That they both did cover songs on YouTube,
Hmm.
and they generated following, which also generated income on YouTube. And the
Yep.
same thing, um, which it can be done like on podcasts as well too. So so that's where we're at. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into our own production. So in other words, what I'm saying is that already built up in what I'm calling our generational wealth machine is the Teach, Lead, and Expire app that I have is built in is having what we call a university, a
Hmm.
debt-free university where it has different income streams. So I was thinking, instead of trying to sell one ideal to one person, I said, well, maybe what I do is just give them a menu and have them select from the menu which one they want. Okay. So we're talking about selling the mentorship. So for instance, I already have the experience. I know how to get a book and publish it and
Right.
market it. I know how to do that. I've spent thousands of dollars to get to where I'm at now, but I know how to do that. And I can save time because, see, I went from initial concept to getting a book actually on Amazon. Okay. I can do that in 7 days. The next step is that what most people are here, a lot of people are not reading books, but how are they listening? They're listening to the books,
Audiobooks.
audiobooks. So the book I have right now is actually in audio production. Now, my first audio production, I actually did myself. When I did the first book, Annapolis Creed, that audio book I did with my microphone and my system. I did it. I printed out the chapter, turned it on, recorded it, uploaded it in, and I did the whole thing myself. Right now, I don't want to do that because it takes time because I can spend my time on other things.
Right.
Okay. But so that's a thing. So if a person wants to be able to know how to publish a book, I can help them how to do that. So now what I want to do is that inside this university for each one of those things, I'm building it as a course. So you go into this course, and in here is going to have different ways of making additional money. And then you pick which one that you want. And then we are going to be the mentors for them on setting those up. So that's what they're going to be paying the mentorship fee is access that they get to the university. And the beauty about it is that I set this up as a course and I would record each section like on a video.
Right.
So it's there and it'll work when we're not around. I don't have to be around the person. But if they do want the one-on-one coaching with me, then they can get it.
Right. For
But
an
that
additional fee.
one-on-one, yes, but that one-on-one coaching. Yeah. So yes. So I free, okay. So that's where we're at, and that's where I've been building out. And we're getting close to the thing on the launch because I had to go ahead and check everything else out. But virtually it's $997 is the pre-launch price. It's going to be for the doing the launch. And this
Okay.
is going to be for someone who wants to be a founder. And a founder is that they're going to be involved from the very beginning and they're going to get lifetime access to everything, but they can give us feedback and everything. And the reason they're going to be a founder, another thing as a founder, is that how I've already set up that app to do everything, then I will help them set up their own app to do the same thing, but for what they want to do it with.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So that is what they're going to do on that. So initially is that, and then it goes up to 1497 in the second week, and then it goes up to 1997 in the third week. And then if they want the actual coaching on each one of those items and everything else, it's virtually 997, 9997.
Gotcha.
My mindset has changed. I'm no longer after somebody for $7. I'm not doing that. And I'm realizing that how many people, can go from concept to creation and create a book and get a book printed out within 7 days.
I can't think of anybody
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. All right. So it's just like the song. So the version of the song on there is that version that I recorded. That was the first thing. I wanted to get it up and out there to be recorded. This
Hmm.
actually has been registered with ASCAP. So it has already been registered with ASCAP. I already have my ISRC code, which is the code that you normally see on anything that's registered for
Hmm.
music and stuff. That has already been registered as well. So all that has been set up. I have not started. I'm positioning everything there because see everything's going to hit at the same time. So the book, when I when I start to do this launch, you got the book that's already there. You got the song, which is actually a lead magnet, and that song magnet is going to go up and out, and that song magnet that will be launched, and I will push that one up and out. But everything is leading back to the app. I've already created a page. If you if you go on your if you go on the web, if you go to the internet on your phone, type in let's see here. Let's both go here so we make sure we can get it. Type in Jordan B. Smith Jr. and then go dot B-I-Z. Did it come up? So it's all together.
No. All I'm getting is stuff about this daggone American basketball player with your name.
No, so you got Jordan. No, this is on the web. So you have to go that Jordan B. Smith Jr. .biz.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's see if I can get it up here. See it up here?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So this is the framework for one of the capture pages that I've been working on and creating, but I'm
Mhm.
also got the back end on this. So part of the back end on this is there's videos and stuff and presentations and the webinar, and that's what I've been working on this past week to get all set up. It also has hooked up SMS marketing. Okay. So when a person, in this case, my target market that I'm going on is that if you can see here, I'm focused on it on this area about teachers with student loans.
Mhm.
In other words, just like I entered in retirement with student loans, I want to make sure I cause enough stink that people understand they need to wake up and they need to take action so that they should not be going into retirement. The other thing is inside the book Shattered Chains is about kids revolting when they found out the truth about student loans. And the one woman there, she says, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get student loans. And then when I graduate, it's going to take me 25 years to pay it off. She says, I'm going to be 37 years. That's half my life expectancy that going to college and getting a student loan, that's my life. I'm locking myself away, chained to half of my lifetime of being in debt. Okay. That's the problem. That's why that post is still going viral because so many people in that situation. And our program is to work towards that. And with that in mind, I started doing my research. So you may have heard something called the student loan planner. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that on your phone.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, the student loan planner. So let me talk about how the student loan plan. They also are actually marketing to people that have student loans. Okay. So the student loan planner guide is that just like when I was in California and I got a side job, you ever heard of A.L. Williams or was it it was an insurance agency.
Hmm.
Most insurance agencies have what they call a lead magnet. And their lead magnet was normally an association. And people would join the association for the benefits. But in order to join the association, they had to give information like their name and a telephone number, and then subsequent to their email. And that is a lead generation system for sales. For student loan planner, they are targeting people with student loans, and they are, when you go to the website and look, they have their CFPs, which is certified financial planners, or a certified student loan planner. What they are financial people. Just like I wound up getting my Series 7s. I was a financial planner for American Express years ago. That's what they do. In their case, they charge you $595 for an initial consultation where they listen to your situation and they try to map out a plan. And most times, those plans that they do is setting up a plan where you're going to reduce your payment and you're going to pay 25 years. But then what their deal is, if you're paying $1,000 on your student loan, they're going to convince you to pay $200 for a minimum, claiming financial distress or whatever,
Hmm.
for whatever the reason. Their strategy is that you lower $200, and now you're going to take the $800 that you
Give it to
already
them.
accustomed to go into the investment. And the concept is that if you could take $800 and you're getting 15% return versus the 6% on your loan, the concept in theory is that you're going to be able to down the line be able to pay off the loan.
Right.
That's the strategy, and that's what they're selling. So they're charging $600 to go ahead and map out that plan. Okay. So They're just relocating money, okay? The racket.
Went from Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah, and they're making money on the back end because in some cases they may even recommend a refi, or they're going to get the commissions off the mutual funds, or they're going to get the commissions off a universal life insurance plan. That's what that is, okay? And so for some people, is it better than what they were? It could be if you choose the right investments and you do it. But the only thing I don't like about it, you're paying, or you're going to take you 25 years to pay it off.
Right.
Option number two, the next one I've seen out there. This one is called the student loan tutor. Now, the way the student loan tutor works, it's the same thing. They know they're going after people that have student loans and they're struggling. So with them, what they do is that you go there and you pay, they get you on the phone, initial consultation is free. You pay $150 to have an initial interview that goes over your student loans. So again, they can work out a plan. But their plan is still lower your payment, lower the payment so they can free up cash so that you pay on your loan for 25 years. You're going to pay on that loan for 25 years. And at that time, theory, that loan is supposed to be canceled. Okay. I just don't have a whole bunch of people telling me that they have lived and that they paid it off after the 25 years.
Right.
And I especially don't have any comments for somebody who's already died or a widow, but I'm sorry, I don't have trust in the faith. I just don't like the fact we're talking about 25 years.
Yeah.
I'm paying something again. Oh, but what they do now is that they're not selling financial products. Now they may do a referral to someone like the student loan planner, but what they do on theirs is that they're going to charge you for them to construct and get the plan so we can lower your payments down to virtually almost zero. They're going to charge you $2,500 the first year and then $600 a year and to manage your plan, to keep you up to date of what's going on. $600 a year. I'm saying, wait a minute. So $150 and then $2,500 that first year. Okay, that's $2,650, and then $600 a year until I pay it off for 20 years. Lord have mercy. That's what it is. So my plan is going to teachers and veterans, and especially teachers. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm narrowing it down because if I market to everybody, I'm going to get nothing. I want to market only those to teachers and stuff so that they can pay off their student loans faster using our system, our network of doing it. You come in our network, we're going to set you down and show you very simple. I'm going to give you a course that you can go through on your own that can show you how to understand these student loans and how much you need to pay in order to pay it off in so many years, okay, that you can easily do. But also give you an opportunity that you can participate in our network for you to get referrals on anybody that you refer in. But here's the difference. One, our plan is to help the people pay your loan off in 5 years. That's the first thing, is to pay it off in 5 years. That's what we want. Plus, the other thing is you only pay us once. Okay? You're only paying us one time. 2 generations, 1 mission. When a Marine Corps dad and his Army son sit down to talk life, legacy, and leadership, you know it's going to be real. This isn't just another podcast. It's a bridge between wisdom and action, between past lessons and future goals. Welcome to the conversations we all need, but few men ever get to have. Download the Teach, Lead, and Inspire app. It's available in the Apple Play Store, Apple Store, and the Google Play Store. And the app is there for additional free resources to help you teach, lead, and inspire. And just simply laugh and smile because we all need that. This is Dr. Smith. I'll see you in the next podcast.
I can only be who I was born to be. It's my life, and I don't want it taken from me. Why should we let the world get in our way? Let's aim high, no limits, not stopping until we're finished. We were meant for something more. And we were meant for something more. And we were meant for something more. We were meant for something more. Everybody gets a little broken, but anyone who's lost can still be found. When we're getting closer to the bottom, we find a way to turn it back around and say, I'm not alone, I'm not alone. We all go through this, learning to exist, and say, I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I can only be who I was born to be. It's my life, I don't want it taken from me. Why should we let the world get in our way? Let's aim high, no limits, not stopping until we're finished. We were meant for something more, and we were meant for something more. And we were meant for something more. We were meant for something more. And say, I'm not alone, I'm not alone. We all go through this, learning to exist. And say, I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I can only be who I was born to be. It's my life, and I don't want it taken from me. Why should we let the world get in our way? Let's aim high, no limits, not stopping until we're finished. We were meant for something more, and we were meant for something more, and we were meant for something more, and we were meant for something more.